Alrighty, guys, and welcome back to the Basketball Fix podcast and the second official episode of the official Game Day Squad basketball podcast presented by us at the Basketball Fix. And today's a very exciting episode. We finally get to introduce who is my co-host, and he's one of the main men here at the Basketball Fix, Mr. Jeremy Darke. Jeremy, mate, welcome to Game Day Squad, and give us a little bit of an insight into who you are for people who aren't sure who you are at the moment.
Yeah. First, I like the gangster intro music, mate. I feel like I'm in the hood, ready to play some street ball. It was nice. Got me in the mood straight away. Broke down the nerves. Like, for me, mate, I am a 40-year-old virgin when it comes to opening packs and playing this online game. Always been a big SuperCoach player in all forms, all sports and all forms. But this is a whole new experience for me. So I'm pretty excited to get into it and hang with the kids and keep up with the times. What I do on a day-to-day basis, we write tips and predictions over at bets.com for all sports, including the NBL, and have a small little media company that we run. So that's what I do on a day-to-day, just a sport fanatic from the moment I popped out of my mother's legs to this day. Love sport, love everything, watch everything. That's me in a nutshell.
No, definitely, mate. And you obviously do a lot of amazing work over there at bets.com.au, and we'll stick all the links in the description below as well. And also your other YouTube channel, Ahead of the Game. You guys are absolutely dominating with all things there as well. So all those links will be down below as well. If you want to see more of the main man here, and obviously with one of our other co-hosts at the Bars Fix as well, Ryan Tucker. Now, quickly, a couple of housekeeping things off the top. So if you haven't seen the last couple episodes going on, we've obviously had the Reebok Future Hoops segment coming into the Bars Fix, which has been super exciting, talking to some of the up-and-coming superstars that we'll be seeing playing Australian basketball for many years to come as well. And you may even see some of them featured on Game Day Squad over the years as well. And also, Beyond the Buzzer is finally back as well. So me, Ryan, and Jeremy talking all the big NBL off-season moves, our predictions, early little thoughts as well. So I guarantee
all the
that
shit that dribbles out of your mouth. There's actually someone that can come and give a bit of a rebuttal, mate. Because
definitely, hopefully,
crazy stuff happening. This year in the league, and it's nice that we've got so many opposite opinions. Beyond the Buzz is going to be awesome this year. I'm super excited.
I think that's the biggest thing about it as well. And we've probably got about a team of 6 people or 5 or 6 people this year who'll be rotating throughout the season as well. So, there's going to be so many big discussions this season. But anyways, that is what's going on at the Basketball Fix. You can check us out on Instagram at the Basketball Fix as well. Facebook, X as well. We're starting to post a little bit more on there as well. And obviously Discord for all things Game Day Squad. There'll be free packs, trades, everything going on. And this is where I guess we're going to go with this podcast a little bit, Jeremy. It's about learning the game modes and sort of what we can do. Now, I have done a first episode on this where I went in there and opened a few packs, and good fun. That is the crux of the game as well. It is one part of the game, but there's plenty to do with Game Day Squad. And I guess sort of what we're going to be trying to do in this video is we're looking to, like Jeremy, bring all these SuperCoach virgins who haven't played Game Day Squad into the Game Day Squad era as well. And there's a lot of differences, and a couple of the key differences for me off the bat, Jeremy, which I really, really like, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it as well, is we all know with SuperCoach, you start off with similar-ish teams. You'll try to have some of the same pods. You'll have some of the same rookies on the bench. You'll have some of the same star players, on the court as well. But as the season goes along, everyone's team looks quite similar. You start to get the very similar players in every single aspect as well. But one thing I do love about Game Day Squad, every single round, you can hit refresh on your team and pick 10 new players, no matter where you are as well, as long as you've got those particular cards in your collection as well. So what do you think of the aspect of, I guess always constantly having that refresher and also being able to change your team at a moment's notice heading into a new round?
Oh, it's scary for me, mate. I like only having 2 trades because it's only 2 mistakes you can make week in and week out. Now it's like a completely different game. But I think that's also creates opportunity because in SuperCoach it's like, okay, as everybody's teams start to form and be similar, it's really hard to gain momentum and move up the ranks and get higher scores because once you sort of fall that too far behind, there's only really limited opportunity with those 2 trades to be able to get yourself back, which you found obviously last year when you started real shit and I kicked your ass. But maybe you'll have a shot this time when I have a bit of beginner's luck and power ahead early, and then you with some of these full team revamps that'll happen, week in and week out. So pretty exciting.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, I think this is where sort of it was a great partnership with us with GameDay Squad. Obviously, we like to look at ourselves as NBL experts, and coming with that as well, it's all about looking and sort of picking the right matchups, and it's really hard this season because there is going to be quite a reset. You'd probably typically say, okay, Bryce Cotton against the Cairns Taipans is one that always sticks out to me. That's a game where you want to target Bryce Cotton in any sort of fantasy points or betting scenarios because he's going to dominate them. Well, that's probably going to change this year because they've got some really high caliber players on the guard positions there to obviously sort of stop Bryce Cotton. You're never going to be able to stop him completely, but this is where it is going to come down to us looking at analytics and breaking down some statistics and also looking at sort of key aspects and sort of players that you may want to target from week to week. But I think what we might do here, Jez, is we're going to jump into the GameDay Squad, and you can see us here. You can sort of have a bit of a look at our screens and sort of see where we go with it. Now, a couple of things here. There's a couple of different game modes, and I believe there will be one more added as well into this, which will be in between Classic and Challenger this season. Now, the thing with these game modes is essentially the difference between these is the salary caps and what you can spend on players, and pretty much you go from there. So when you look at the salary caps, obviously, there's a couple of different aspects. So we're looking right now at the classic game mode, which is a $5.5 million salary cap compared to the starter mode, which I believe was at $5 million. So when you do look at your players and everything about that as well, each individual player has got a salary cap that is attached to them as well. So I believe when you look at it, the bronzes at this stage right now are $500,000 towards your salary cap as well. And then it goes up as you look at your players as well. So bronze rarity, which is your base cards, $500,000. Now, as you move up, this is where it becomes important to listen to the podcast. That's just saying you're playing in the classic league and you've got an extra $500,000 to spend on a particular card that you may not have in obviously the starter league. This is where we can offer some assistance because that's where you want to be able to pick. Let's just say Bryce Cotton's playing a matchup that we really like. You want to have the highest rarity Bryce Cotton card in your collection in this team for the week because that's how you're going to get more points. And where I sort of go from there as well is you've got one multipliers. So if you score 30 points, you get 30 points on GameDay Squad. You've got 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 point multipliers. So, if we're looking at gold cards, that's where we might say, okay, this week, a gold Bryce Cotton card's the way to go. So it's going to become quite interesting, Jez, for sure. And I guess this is sort of, like I mentioned, where we can offer the most assistance, but it also comes down to having those cards in your collection, right?
Yeah. I like it's just crazy because it is. It's like you're obviously going to see the matchups, and that's something that we can point out from an analytical side, knowing their game and looking at sort of different offense against different defenses and players and positions. But if you don't have the card, you're fucked. But you got to go out and throw some cash in and hopefully hit. So, but it is also playing the best. And I think when it comes down to it, once we start becoming pros at GameDay Squad, I think it's going to be really important that people engage with us because we want to know, we want to be able to answer your questions live. This pod will likely become a live pod. So people can throw questions. Oh, I've got this guy and that guy at this, in this color. And we'll be able to go, okay, we would recommend this one or that one. If it's the right choice or wrong choice, that's a different story. That'll be after the round's discussion. But I think it's a good way for people to be able to engage once we start to move into those first few weeks of the season and get a bit of a better idea of what teams are and what they're not. Then it's all about engagement, this type of pod, I think, because we can help you out with those tips or give you our opinion or advice.
Definitely, man. I think you bang on there as well. And, I've started to put a little bit of a team together here as well for the starter league. And as you do, you just play around with it a little bit here and there as well. So your bronze players, like I mentioned earlier, they're going to be your base cards. And Jez has got a few packs to open later. So when you do sign up to GameDay Squad, you log in, use the code TBF. You get a couple of free packs over the next couple of days as well, which are really important, obviously, to really building out your collection early on, because the more cards you've got, the more variety you can sort of play with as well. So really is important. And, you get these base cards. I've got Kendric Davis, Bryce Cotton, Prather, Xavier Cooks, Rob Lowe, just a couple of the really good scorers from last season in the starting lineup. So you pick 5 starters and 5 bench players as you go along. And when I was speaking about, obviously, the different rarities, so you've got bronze cards, which you can see down below here in the collection. You've also got silver cards. Now, like I mentioned, the only difference between, we'll obviously get into it here. I think probably easier jumping into my players, and you can sort of see the whole collection of players that I've got. And I've got a couple of, obviously gone a little bit gangbusters to a degree as well, and opened a few packs of my own. But
it's not like you at all to go gangbusters in anything, Josh. Go on.
Like me. I've always got this thing. I've got to be the best no matter where we do sit. But you'll see the multipliers now. So bronze players have a 1 multiplier. So whatever, like as I mentioned earlier, whatever they score is what they will score on GameDay Squad. Now, when you go into silvers, their multiplier is 1.1. Then you go up to golds, 1.2. And again, you're just looking at the collection. So it's all about building the collections essentially as well. You got platinums, which is the next one up. That's 1.3. And then you've got diamonds, which are 1.4. And the ones that I really want to get my hand on this year is a legend card. I've got none right now, but Jez, they're 1 of 1 cards. So when they're pulled, there's no more that come out. So they're red, a really nice bright red card, which looks incredible. And I believe they're a 1.5 multiplier. So they're the most in the game. Off the top of my head, I might have to double check that as well. But what do you reckon of the rarities? What's some of your thoughts on it? Obviously, for people who are playing and are just joining like us, we're probably going to be more looking in that sort of bronze to gold range, because, you don't have to go out there and spend money on this game. That's the best part of it. It's free to play. You can win some packs here through points and weekly rewards as well. So what are your sort of whole thoughts on where you want to be sitting quite early on?
Yeah, well, I guess it just makes it that it adds that extra layer to your weekly stuff. Like we said, everybody might have a Bryce Cotton card, but if you have that, that gold card or platinum card, you're just going to get that little bit more. It's a good way to get, really, like I can see already, like I had obviously an idea of how this sort of stuff works, but I can see already how addictive it's going to be and how much you want to just open packs and stuff, because it's like bringing me back to the days where you actually had, where you bought actual real trading cards, which is also coming back. And it's probably due to this, but it was like, you always just, whenever you're at the shop, you're just hassling your parents to try and, let you open some top deck cards or buy some top deck cards, so you didn't have to try and slip them in your back pocket. So like, I don't know, I think it is pretty exciting, but it is going to be really, really tactical too. But my first, one question, say you have 5 platinum cards. Can you use your 5 platinum cards as 5 starters? Is there a limit to how many platinum players you can use, or? Yeah,
so it really depends on what sort of squad and what sort of levels you're wanting to play at. So when you go into these, there will be different sort of salary caps. So the next level up from, I believe it was the classic mode, is the challenger mode. And there'll be one in between, as I mentioned there. But this is a $6.5 million salary cap. So you're still getting that bit more of an incentive. But when you go right up to the top in the Champions League, at this stage, and I'm not sure if it will change or anything like that. Obviously, I haven't played this game last year. But at this point, it's an unlimited salary cap. So it's basically just best teams win. And that's where you can go in there, and that's where you're looking to play all of your diamonds and your platinums, and sort of you get free reign. So this is where, realistically, the way that the boys at GameDay Squad have kind of explained it to me is you more want to start around the classic or the starter leagues in here and work your way up. So, you'll win packs, you'll win awards, and you slowly move your way up. So if someone was to get to what will be coming in between the Classic and the Challenger League at the end of the season, that's a very good starting point to then build. And the exciting thing for me is I know that whoever I pack this year, whoever I buy off the transfer market, I get to keep them heading into next season. So that is a really
even if they swap
piece
teams or whatever, you get the actual just player.
Yep. So if you've got, and this is the other part of it as well, which I've only just been finding out over, the last couple of weeks, but there's cards that, as this is the transfer market, so we'll just quickly sort of touch about here as well. So you can actually sell your players for real life Game Day Squad cash, and then you can obviously invest that into other things in Game Day Squad. So here is those legend cards that I was talking about, the 1-of-1 Jesse Wagstaff. So somebody's listed this particular card up for $200, all right? Realistically, I'm not spending $200 on a Jesse
load
Wagstaff
$200 real, 200 Australian dollars into your account.
Yep.
And then buy that
particular card. Yeah. And then there's other ways you can do it as well. So you can buy cards. You can also trade for cards. You can do plenty of other different things in that sort of caliber as well. So here's the one that I sort of mentioned. So people would have packed Jack McVeigh a handful of years ago when he was still playing for the Jack Jumpers and have held on to that card until now he's returned to the NBL. So at the moment, he's just got a Game Day Squad logo to him. But when the next update happens, he'll then have a Cairns Taipans update in that particular card as well. So he'll be back in the game. So Prison Mike, who's particularly selling this card right now, as of the moment, has held Jack McVeigh for a handful of years. And there's also guys like Joe Lawala-Chul, who have now obviously rejoined the NBL and have had cards over the last couple of seasons as well. So there's so many incredible players who, if you just hold on to them, they might come back to the league. This is where you're starting to get this advantage and you're having this really, really good collection. So, you're already ahead of the curve.
Never play anything else ever again in your whole life because
exactly. And that's the most important thing with it as well. So there's plenty of different aspects. And the way you build teams, like I mentioned, there's rewards that you earn from a week-to-week basis. You can open packs and you can also trade and transfer with people as well. So, throughout the year, Jez, I reckon what we'll do as well is we'll do some pink slips, which are an old FIFA term from back in the day. So me and you might put a wager on. And that wager might be, I'll put up my Diamond Bryce Cotton, for example, and you'll put up your Diamond Kendric Davis, and the loser just swaps cards. You swap your.
It's like playing marbles. Did you play marbles?
Exactly.
Is that your era?
A little bit past my era, but pretty close.
Used to have like really hectic cat's eye marbles, and it'd be like, I'll play my marble against your marble, and the winner gets to keep the other guy's marbles. This is man,
and this is where it can. Yeah, this is exciting, and we'll do this stuff from week to week as well. There might be, and sort of we might go, okay, now this week what we'll do is we'll give away a gold card or something like that. And the loser has to give away their gold card to somebody listening along who comments down below or watches the live streams or anything as well. So we're going to make this really interactive because that's what we do at the Basketball Fix. We're not here to just bore you for a couple of hours and you get nothing out of it.
We're here to hustle, brother. We're here to hustle.
100%. We want these good cards and, we want to be the number 1 champion at the end of the year.
Yeah. This is awesome. This is dangerous, man.
It is.
We're going to be hustling, betting. It's going to be. There's going to be fights. Lucky we live so far away from each other. It'd be.
Mate, and this is where I've been getting so excited, and this is where as well when we were talking about who we wanted to come on the show. Like it was Jez or Ryan for me was the first choice, and Jez was 100% straight on, and I think the banter we did SuperCoach last year. The banter is immense. And one thing you'll learn, I hate losing. Jez hates losing. We're competitive as it all is as well.
I don't
we're
lose,
Aussies
mate.
first and foremost.
Between 100%. You and me.
Last year, you've got the absolute wall over me, so I'll be looking to come back with a vengeance as well. But so this is another way, obviously. So like I said, obviously the transfer market, you can go in here. You can look to go buy and trade gold cards and everything as well. So we may do a little bit of a video later on in the year where we go and build we load $20 into an account and we go and build the best $20 budget squad for a particular week. And we'll use that squad and like gold cards, you can see here, $3, $2, $10, depending on obviously who you've got and everything as well. So, we'll be doing little things like that throughout the week and throughout the year as well. So plenty of content that comes into it. And now obviously the other part of
one quick question before we jump on. Can I give you, I guess we can trade cards. Can I give you a card? Just if I want to be nice, can I give you a card? Or
you've still got to.
There's always got to be that token of, buy and sell contract.
Yeah, so there's always that like tit for tat essentially as well. I think you can, depending on. I've seen it, and it's still something that we're sort of figuring out as well. But I have seen where people put things up on the transfer market, and then it's only the only way you get them is through a trade. So here we go. I can probably actually do it here. So people are like, okay, you can make an offer. So someone's giving up a Nathan Sobey card right now. And it looks like you can trade a handful of players or amount.
I don't
don't
think
want a
you like
Sobe
to have
card.
Nathan. So you don't want a Sobe. That's what I
No.
thought. This could be you trying to trade your Sobe card because we
That
maybe
is
just
funny.
jump on the Sobe hate early in the first episode of this season. Let's just
As
do
if
it.
Sobe's the first player, now that I think about that, to jump up on there as a trade. Of course it's Nathan Sobe.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
mate.
a
Anyone who's
coincidence,
listening at
Josh.
home, anyone who's watched the Varsal Fix for a certain amount of time, they know how much I hate Nathan Sobe and have for a number of years as well. But yeah, so there's plenty of other ways you can.
He come good at the end of
He
NBL
did.
25. He was all right.
He did. He was a pain in my ass at the start, but he did come good. And I think you jumped on him late, or maybe I can't remember. But yeah. It killed me when he started becoming good. But yeah, so you can sell cards, you can trade cards, there's auctions, there's everything in there as well. So the transfer market, like I said, we'll do some certain videos where we highlight specific parts. We might do a week where we spend $20 on packs as well. And we whatever we pull, we have to use that particular week as well. So there's gonna be plenty of ways that you'll learn the ins and outs of every single thing. And like I mentioned, this is more of an overview to more show Jez what is going on. And obviously for people as well who are joining those SuperCoach virgins that we're converting over to GameDay Squad, what it's all about. Now, the last part of it, Jez, is the player packs. And there's a variety of ways you can go about this. And when you load in, and we'll jump to your screen in a couple of minutes here as well, but I want to explain a few little things. But when you jump in, you get your starter packs. Now, if you've played NBA 2K or NBA or FIFA Ultimate Team back in the day as well, you normally get starter packs, and they're typically just bronze players to sort of boost your collection up a little bit. So that's what you get loaded into. But if you want to go and buy more packs, you can. And you can go in and you can buy particular packs. This example, this is a 99-cent pack. And you can see right here the different chances of cards you can pull. So you got a 61% chance of pulling a silver, 30% of pulling golds, 6% of pulling platinums, a 1.2% of pulling diamonds, and a 0.01% of pulling legends. So as you obviously go up in rarities, the prices go up, but the chances of pulling better players go up as well. So the elite packs are basically the best odds of pulling the best amount of players. There's a 99% chance of pulling a diamond card and a 1% chance of pulling a legend. But that's going to set you back for 9 players, $180. So again, this is not for, the single people in the game. This is for the diehards of this particular game as well.
Well, it's the guys and girls that are single, because you don't have $189 if you've got a partner to spend on packs. So
yeah, and multiple times as well.
Yeah.
But
lucky I've got a real job. Tough for these kids that don't have real jobs that want to steal their parents' credit cards or something. Not that we condone that.
It has happened before though. But so as you go up, obviously, you're looking at these different varieties, and you want to obviously try to pull as good of a player as you possibly can as well. So what we're going to do here, Jez, is we're going to jump over to your screen. You've got a couple of starter packs as well. You've also got a couple of rare packs and common packs, I believe, as well. So we're going to look at a few little things. We're going to look at, obviously, the animations as well, which I think are quite cool. Now, the starter packs, pretty much, we're just looking for really good players in those positions as well. So kick us off, Jez, and we'll kind of just commentate as you do go as well, and just sort of see as well. So, yeah, take it away, mate. Jez a little bit nervous here, as we can see. So nice little pack animations here. And like I mentioned, so this is where you get your bulk of your cards as well. So now hover over every single one. And I'm sure majority of these will just be bronze cards. So click on the player and let's just see what you do pull to sort of start everything as well. So Milt is going to be good. Goulding, Isaac White, shout out as well. And this is where you want to see those really high caliber players. We're looking for Bryce Cotton cards. We're looking for Will Hickey is going to be an underrated
double
piece.
Hickey. See, all right. So what do you do in this situation? That just means that I have one. I can put it on the trading block on the trading market, or
there's two things for this. So the different game modes require different cards. So now that you have 2 bronze Will Hickeys, you can play now both those in different ones. So if you've only got one Will Hickey, you can't play him in both of those game modes. So it is actually handy having a couple of the same rarities to be able to play across the platforms as well. So having 2 Will Hickeys is going to be quite handy, I think, as well. So that's how you play it. But again, transfer, trade, all that sort of stuff as well.
Considering that Illawarra don't have a point guard at the moment, he could be a starter.
He definitely could. I think the Perth Wildcats might throw him a bit of cash if they continue going the way they're going as well. Kai Isaac, he's just jetted off, and Milton Doyle.
Milt.
that's the first little pack there. And now if you head back out of there and go back to your packs. So again, now you've got 2 Milts, 2 Will Hickeys, and you can start to build this collection as well. So again, like I mentioned, these starter packs are relatively good. You know, like if you're starting out on your sort of team and your journey as well, you know, this is where you sort of want to start your players coming in as well. So jet through these again, Jez, as well, and we'll sort of see who you get and who you like.
Nick Marshall. Going to be interesting to see how he goes in Tasmania this year, huh?
Definitely. Had a good preseason game as well.
Mm.
Higgins Titcher, my boy, I think he's going to be in for a big season. Sunday Detch.
Cheatham. All right. I'll just go through. I got 2 packs available. I'll go through 1 in each position. So we can.
Perfect. We'll get a bit of a look at it. And then we'll smash those more exciting packs as well, Jez. After this, that's where we'll start to look to pull.
This is like scratchies, eh?
It is.
Ticking all the right boxes for a guy that
away.
works in the gambling market, man.
Oh no. Ben Gristy, Jason Spurgeon, no one as of note. You got 4 Gristies. Oh, Tyrell. All right, There's your first one. That's a good player. Yeah. Towie Smith, good little backup there for Brisbane. And
Harrison will get injured, so we'll be fine.
And then we'll go, what else you got? I think you got a power forward pack potential. Oh, no, you might have a point guard and a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The big ones. Do you know how they've been obviously doing updates with every signing, or?
So they've been doing it in sort of groups is the way that I've sort of seen it. So it's all been about groups. Will Hickey, Tyler Harvey again. So I think what they've been doing
up for a good year as well, I think.
He hopefully, Pepper as well, NBL 1 West Grand Final this weekend. So it's more been in groups, Jez. So they'll go in and let a bunch of signings happen, and then they'll re-update the game at that particular point. So every player before the season starts, depending on obviously when players are signed, should be in GameDay Squad. So yeah, that's obviously going to be a good thing. You'd hope Perth secure their last import. Illawarra, same thing as well. And a lot of the other teams are more looking for role players now, so they're probably not going to feature too heavily in your GameDay Squad teams as well.
Yeah, okay.
All
nice.
Right.
Should we
let's get into some of these player packs, Let's get into some of these juicier ones, I reckon. So let's start off with the commons. So you've got 4 commons here and the 2 rare packs. So I reckon we'll kick off the commons. So open these ones individually.
Just so we reiterate, the common packs, they had there wasn't so much chance of getting the super rare cards, right?
Yep. So common pack, 61% silver, 30% gold, 6.1% platinum, and 1% diamond. So if we get some golds, platinums, or diamonds, really, really good start here in these particular packs. So let's smash these ones, mate. I'm keen for these ones.
Open them all. I'm going to open all these ones.
All right. Oh, hang on. No, I think that sort of just glitches out. Go open one by one, because I think that just sort of sends them to your market.
Okay.
And I think with these as well, you can start to see what sort of play you pull. Yeah, so there's different animations for what you pull. So if you hover over them, you'll be able to see, I think that's a silver. All right. I'll let you take it away here, mate. Go for it. Open your pack. Okay. Don't get too excited.
You're like the little brother that tries to help open Christmas presents in the morning. You're like, fuck off.
Little knee jagger.
Oh, milk. Yeah.
Ooh. Nice card. John Adams and Xavier Cooks. That's a good little start.
That was good. That's a nice
That was very
start.
good. On to the next one here. 3 to go. So hopefully, again, leave those rares for last, because I'm pretty keen to see those ones be opened up.
All right. This is how we keep people on the show, to build up the numbers, right? Because you can just...
Another silver.
All right. So another silver.
Fabs.
Fabs. Also, man, the Tasmanian flavour all of a sudden in Melbourne. Huh? What's the story?
Crazy. They're loving it. If you can't beat them, just bring them over and pay them whatever they need.
Yeah, that's right.
Bit of Glover flavour and Cody Stat. Probably one of the worst packs that we've seen.
Yeah.
But again, they've
in all honesty.
Yeah, in all seriousness.
Yeah.
Here we go again. I haven't seen any of those crazy animations. You will see them as you go along. Another silver. Flick that one straight away. Taco. See, this is the one. So Taco's obviously not in the NBL, so that's just a player you'll
Yeah.
keep. He'll never return to the NBL. I don't ever see him
No.
returning.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Put it on
what
the
I'm
market
talking
and
about.
you just hope some idiot.
Yeah, some Taco fan wants a silver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Don't even have his picture. Krebs. Oh, I'm having a bad run here, mate.
Gold, those could change. Another
Better than
jump.
Adams
So
again.
that's not too bad. You can play him now in both game modes with the gold card. So I think he's in for a decent season here
You
as
would
well.
think so.
Hopefully, bit of a comeback season for the Brisbane Bullets. And one more common pack left, and then we'll jump into these 2 rares, which are going to be, I think, a little bit more exciting. I'll just pull the odds up here as well for those particular ones as you're getting into that. Bit of a gold. Give us something more than a silver. I got the silver as well.
Another.
Kyle Adnam, big game in the preseason. Joe Lawala-Shaw. Now, there we go. There we go. That's not one. That's a bad one.
Now we're talking.
And Sam McDaniel, I think he's in for another big season as well. So as you're loading into these last packs, these last 2 packs here, Jez, 80% chance of golds, 16% chance of platinums, and a 3.2% chance of diamonds in these rares. So you'll see with these animations as you go along, there's certain animations for certain cards. Now, I think this might just be the gold animation potentially. So we'll sort of figure out as you go.
3 golds.
4 golds. 3 golds. This is what we want to see, something exciting. Come on, give us something better. Xylem up. Nice.
Rob Lowe.
I love your reaction.
Jimmy, Jesus.
I love your... Rob Lowe.
This is a stitch up. This is a stitch up.
Last one. Come on.
I need to buy more packs. I need some better cards.
Last one here.
Ring my dad and see if he can put some money in my account. I wonder if that still works.
Oh, just a quick shout out to your name, a broth of Roth.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
I rate that. That's not a bad name, man.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
That's what fantasy is all about, man. It's more about the name than anything else.
100%. Come on, last one. Let's bring some good juju.
Here we go.
Good juju. Come on, give us something better than a gold. Come on. I'm not liking it by that sort of animation. I think it's all golds again.
3 golds.
All golds again. Fucking hell. Why is like a Bullock? Decent season maybe ahead. Ketchalia, not a good season looking ahead of him. And Michael Harris. Man, you've been absolutely shafted there.
This is a stitch. I'm quitting. Fuck this shit. I'm out of it.
He's out of it already. We're gonna have to lose Jez early on in the series. So there are a couple of the packs, obviously, that you get, and Jez has got a few more starter packs there as well. Now I'm gonna fling it back onto my screen quickly. I've just loaded up a couple of packs, and Jez has got my juices flowing. So I'm gonna be opening 2 of these All-Star unique player packs. So again, we're just gonna get the odds up. This is how we'll round the video off here as well. So 77%
Why didn't I get any
chance.
unique packs?
Oh, no, we'll get you some. We'll buy you some. 77% platinum, 16% gold, a 0.17% chance for legend, and 6% chance of some all-stars as well.
If you get a legend, man.
Oh, I'm screaming. I'll be out of the room.
Dirty.
So you'll see the animations here. So hopefully we'll see some sort of a blue sort of tinge to it. If we see red, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you had.
See? There we go. So this should be something decent, hopefully. That looks like a diamond. That's a platinum. So I think these are the 2 platinums. So Dante Russo-Nance, Jalen Galloway. That's going to be a boy who has an incredible season. And Diamond Mason Peatling. For fuck's sake. I've had that shit bloke for a couple of times now as well. All right, let's see red. Come on. Red. Ooh, bit of sound effects, that one as well. That was different.
Mate, this ticks the pokies box now as well, huh? It's like on the slappers and you get the animations and the sound.
Sunday Detch, Archie Woodhill. Now we want someone big here. Who do we want? Come on, Jez, throw a name out there. I wouldn't mind a Milt Doyle. BC. You want someone decent, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Christian Doolittle.
Ooh, all right, let's go. Do.
Hey!
Here we go. Shit. Oh, here we go. All right, we got the best card in the game. We may as well just end the video here, I reckon. Holy shit. Oh, mate, this is going to be some good fun this season, I'm telling you. But
it is now for you.
Oh,
I got
mate.
up. You gave me these average packs.
Oh, mate.
And you just open a Bryce Cotton.
There we go. So that is a couple of the
finally
things.
got it. Well done.
There it is.
You. Well done,
finally
you.
waiting. I've been waiting for the
Yeah.
main man, obviously. I think it
Look how
had to
happy
come.
you are.
Oh, I'm stoked. I got my boy. Now.
Yeah.
That's all that matters as well. So
Yeah.
easy day show, Bryce Cotton, as simple as it is. But that is going to wrap up today's video essentially
Josh,
as well.
before we
So,
go anywhere, I got a question for you.
hit me.
How when it comes, obviously we've got our packs, we've got our players, we put them in our team.
Yep.
Bench players.
Yep.
What happens with bench players? Are they scoring points as well, or?
Yep. Yeah, so I'll just jump into it now quickly and have a bit of a little gander through it as well. So I believe, unlike SuperCoach, so there's actually a couple more things. I'm going to get my screen back up here quickly. This has actually raised a really good point. So what happens, obviously in other fantasy sports games, if a player plays 2 games in a week, you get both scores combined. Now on GameDay Squad, you get the top score. So there's no way of you running away because you've got certain cards compared to other teams as well. So what I believe, and I'll have to double check this, but I'm pretty sure this is spot on from when I spoke to the boys. Your bench and your starters, no matter what they score, is what will be reflected on the score sheet. So there's no 50% bullshit for your bench players, essentially. So if you have Bryce Cotton on the bench and he scores 30 points, I believe he'll score 30 points when you do come down to the end of the round as well. So yeah, that's sort of how it's been explained to me. Again, we've still got so much to learn. That's the most exciting part about this, I think. We've got so much to learn on GameDay Squad, and we've got so much knowledge to give as well. So yeah, sort of stick around with this as well. But does that sort of answer your question on that one?
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to points, is it score the same way as like SuperCoach does? Is it you're getting points for points, rebounds, assists, doubles,
that up here as well,
and all that sort of stuff?
Yep. So I've actually got that up here as well. And what I've been using is I've just been using ChatGPT. So
yeah, man.
What I've been doing is for the game, for the preseason stats, obviously we'll be putting some stuff out on social media with some of the players who have been dominating, and Kendric Davis is one of them, and Bryce Hamilton as well for the Tasmania Jack Jumpers is another one of them. But how the scoring system will work, for every point you score is 1 GameDay Squad point. For every 3-pointer field goal that you make is 1 point as well. For every offensive rebound is 3 points. For every defensive rebound is 2 points. For every assist is 4 points. Just double checking this as well. Yep. So every assist is 4 points. Every steal is 5 points. Every block is 5 points. Every turnover is 3 points, and every turnover is -3, and every personal foul is -2. So this is where it gets really interesting, because you can get guys like a Marcus Lee, for example, who's a high block player when it comes down to it as well, and a decent rebounder, but obviously loves a foul. So if he fouls out, there's -10 straight away off his score by the end of the game. So I love the scoring. I think it sort of, again, the way the boys have described this to me, it more gives the hard-working players a chance. You can have your 30-point per game scorers and you'll walk away with maybe 30 or 40 points on GameDay Squad. But the guys who steal, block, play make, don't turn the ball over too much, play really good basketball, they're going to be the guys you want to sort of target throughout the season. Yeah.
That's a whole nother layer, because there's and you think like a lot of the good, say, point guards, you're turning the ball over a X amount of times per game.
Yep.
Whew.
It's scary. It's super scary. But mate, I think we're in for a good season. I think this has been really, really fun. And I think obviously, once we're getting a little bit closer to the season now, and we can start to, I think what we might start to do over the next couple of weeks is we'll break down some of the big preseason performers. And obviously the Blitz is coming up as well very shortly. So we'll start to look at a few of the guys who are really, really important scorers and score big as some of the players you want to look to start, maybe buy on the transfer market, or hopefully, obviously winning some packs as well. And then, we'll sort of go from there and start to look at some squad builders and other ways you can play this game as well. There's so many ways you can play this. Like I said, there's going to be people who have been playing this for 2 or 3 years and they've got a really decent head start. But I don't feel like it's going to take too long for many people, if you play this consistently, to sort of get back in the mode a little bit.
And is it all just overall, or do we have leagues or?
Yeah, so it more goes into, when we're looking at the different leagues and the squads, the starter, the classic, the challenger, the champion. And what we'll do in another video as well is there's different prizes for each individual league as well. So I believe there's cash prizes, there's packs you win every single week as well for top scorers and everything as well. So there's plenty of things to always be working towards. And for me, mate, like I'm going to be playing hopefully in all 5 different squads. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably switch between on the podcast one of the lower leagues and one of the higher leagues to look at what we're doing in both of those as well. So we can kind of have 2 fingers in 2 different pies and sort of keep everyone happy at the same time as well. So that's sort of the prizes and everything we'll sort of break down in the next episode, because I still think they're getting confirmed. They might not be 100% confirmed. And hopefully as well, the next layer of updates will be done as well. I think the boys are now really switching their attention to basketball. They've had some incredible things over here at GameDay Squad. They've got an EPL and everything else going on as well. So massive shout out to the team at GameDay Squad. Thank you for having us on, obviously, as the official podcast. And we're really excited, obviously, to jump into this. And if you've got any questions as well, make sure you drop them down in the comments. Reach out to us on Instagram. Check us out on Discord. All those links will be down below as well. So plenty of ways to interact with us and obviously get plenty of information from us as well, mate. But have you got any final thoughts, Jez, before we wrap the first official episode with the both of us up?
I mean, my productivity for my day today is gone because I'm going to just be sitting trying to work out ways how to get packs and get more and more addicted to this stuff. It's awesome. I'm excited.
No, definitely. It's going to be very, very exciting. But from Jeremy and I here at the Basketball Fix, we hope you've gotten your basketball